Um, the first question is, where should I do my food shop?
So, good question. In Bath, there are so many big food supermarkets. So you've got a Sainsbury's, a Lidl, there's also big Morrison's. You have a very wide variety. Also on campus, we have 2 smaller shops. For your big shops, I would definitely recommend trying to go to either Lidl or Sainsbury's. I've personally found that they are the cheapest. But also, if you live up on campus, one thing that you can do is get your food delivered to you for a very reasonable price. I remember when I was a fresher, I paid £4 a month and got unlimited free delivery on all of my food from the different supermarkets around. So it's very affordable and very in reach. And yeah, I'd recommend for your bigger shops to go to the bigger supermarkets and bring the food back.
Along the same lines, where can I get international grocery options like Indian spices and vegetables?
I would say, again, Sainsbury's is a good option. Morrison's, you'll find a lot of variety. And Istanbul, for Indian spices especially.
Similarly, where's cheapest to get food?
Yeah, so as I said, what I've personally found, of course, it depends on what kind of food you're buying or your preferences. But as a general rule of thumb, Lidl is the cheapest, but unfortunately Lidl doesn't offer delivery. So I found for delivery the cheapest is Asda, but if you're in town, the cheapest is probably going to be Sainsbury's or Lidl. And this is Sainsbury's, a big Sainsbury's supermarket, not one of the small ones.
Can you get food for specific dietary requirements, for example, being halal?
Yeah, so the UK is really good at making sure that all food is very clearly labelled. The UK is a very diverse country, and it really shows when it comes to the food, because not only is there such a big variety, but it's also very clearly marked whether it's halal, whether it's kosher, and it will not only be on the food packaging, but also when you go to restaurants, so you can make sure that when you come, you know what you're going to get. And also all around campus, there's a big variety of food options that not only span across many cultures, but also many dietary requirements.
Great. How do I open a bank account?
So for that, you're going to need a letter from the university, which you can get on the SAMI's website. You just need to log in and request for a letter, and you'll get it within a few hours. You need to take that letter along with other documents such as your passport, the BRP, and your CAS letter, and go to your preferred bank, and yeah, they'll help you out to do the rest.
What is the best bank account to open for international students?
So the preferred ones are HSBC and Lloyd's. HSBC because even like I come from India, and a lot of Indian students opened it before they even got here. So yeah, these are the top 2 preferred options that people generally go for.
I'd also definitely recommend, when it comes to bank, is make sure that you get a bank account, a physical bank account where there's a high street shop. So when I came, I made the mistake that I only used my Revolut account, but as the Revolut account isn't a physical bank, they can't show proof of residency and they can't give the proper letters, that I found quite tricky. So I found 6 months in that I had to open another bank account. So as Sonia was saying, I'd definitely choose one that's on the high streets in Bath, and you can also apply before you come.
Yes.
Great. Do I need to bring cash or change when here?
Yeah, so the UK is very card heavy. There won't be many instances where you'll find that you need cash. That's not me saying you shouldn't bring cash. You should definitely always have a bit of cash on you. Sometimes taxis don't take cards, but don't take cards. But as a general rule of thumb, all places take card, and at least I find it's easier to change money into pounds, and just not carry the cash and just have it completely on my card.
How do I sign up to the doctors? Is it free?
Yes, it's free, as in it's included with your insurance that you paid. You can sign up on the NHS website, and you can choose the location that's closest to you. If you're going to be living on campus, choose the University Medical Center. And if you're living in the city, choose something that's close to you.
Do I need a UK SIM card? How do I get one?
Yes, I'd definitely recommend a UK SIM card. Sometimes when you come from Europe, your SIM card provider already allows you to roam in the UK. So I'd say first checking your current SIM card. But one thing I'd also recommend is that having a UK phone number is very handy, because there are loads of sign-ups that you can't do with an international phone number. And at our Freshers Fair, we get SIM card providers like Voxy that come around, so you'll be able to get a SIM there. But yeah, the good thing about the UK is that SIM cards and data plans are very cheap. I got one of the lowest plans. I pay £2 a month for my UK SIM card, and it is very affordable, and there's a wide range of options. And you'll definitely be able to get it here. You can get it from any corner store. But yeah, I personally recommend Voxy as what I found has been quite handy.
Is there student discount on public transport to the uni?
Yes, so one of the great things about being a student in the UK is that you get your library card, which entitles you to many discounts, not only in Bath, but also on almost every single online shop. And that also includes public transport. You get 10% off public transport, and you can also buy special bus pass deals, whether it's for the year, for the semester. And like a top tip, I definitely recommend downloading Student Beans or Uni Days, because you can get discounts for clothes shopping,
Food, like restaurants, all of that.
yeah, everything. Like it's a very like student friendly like country, I feel like.
I want to visit other parts of England and Europe. How easy is this?
So if you need visas to travel around the EU, you need to apply for a Schengen visa, which is a long procedure, but it's not difficult. You'll need to go to London and go to the embassy and fill out some forms. They'll ask you about your itinerary and things like that. It might be a little expensive, but it's not difficult to get.
Yeah. I guess that is just make sure that before you travel, you know well in advance what's required.
Yeah.
If you're from Europe, it's a bit easier, but it's the kind of thing, just check which country you're coming from, what kind of agreement they've got with the UK. From Europe, I found it's quite easy, but yeah, just double check. And the UK government website is very good at being able to tell you the restrictions of your visa, what to do. That's one thing that I found really helpful, is that the UK government website is quite easy to use relative to the one back in Spain, which is terrible.
There are also some countries that allow you to enter with your BRP, which are like visa free if you have a BRP. So you can check those out on the website as well.
Great. How would you recommend travelling around the UK?
So the UK has really good infrastructure. So you can travel by train, plane. There's an airport just outside of Bristol near Bath, and you can also get buses. If you're travelling by train, I'd recommend get a rail card. It should be one of the first things you do. It will cost you £30, and it gets you 33% off all of your travel. It's definitely worth doing. You make that money back in no time. And I've also found Flixbus and National Express very cheap. From Bath, you can go to London for £5 on the bus. It's very affordable, and travelling around the UK, it's very easy. I've gotten flights up to Edinburgh from Bristol Airport that cost me £25. So it's quite easy to travel around the UK. And the good thing about Bath is that it's only an hour and a half train ride from London. So it's very well connected, not only to the seaside, the coast, but also the bigger cities.
Do I need to pack winter clothes? Does it get cold?
Yes, it does get cold. Please pack winter clothes. But I would also say that get the heavier stuff over here, like your puffer jackets, your fleeces. Get them when you come here.
Yeah. I guess also on the top of clothing, there are loads of charity shops which sell loads of second-hand shops. We do vintage sale fairs here in the SU, so there are many opportunities to buy cheap second-hand clothing.
What kitchen items should I bring with me?
So it kind of depends. Check what university, what accommodation you're moving into. At least if you're moving into university accommodation, which I'd assume most of you are, it comes included. You've got your toaster, your microwave, you've got your oven. Now some uni accommodations even have air fryers. And I guess it's just making sure...
Kettle, iron,
yeah.
Toaster, all of that is included in the accommodation.
So electronic appliances, I wouldn't really need to say you really need to bring anything.
Yeah. And even if you are, they need to be CE certified to be used in the UK. So.
Yeah, I guess from our personal opinion, it's not worth bringing any. You won't need
get everything from here.
Yeah, get everything from here.
Do you show European football matches at the SU bar?
Yeah, so we show almost every single sport. What's great about the SU bar is that if there's a specific sport or an event that you want to see and you can prove that other people also want to see it, we're more than happy to buy the license to put it on. But yeah, you'll see matches, football matches, cricket, everything will be shown here, and also a variety of pubs in town also show it.
Yeah. Similarly, how can I watch US sport in the UK?
So there are two pubs in Bath that I know for certain offer US sport, and then again, as I was saying, which are the Canon and Ludo, and kind of as we were saying, like if you can show that there's a want from it from students, please tell us, and we're more than happy to speak to the SU to be able to put it on. Like kind of we're here for you, so if there are anything that you feel like we could be doing better to better your experience, please tell us.
What was the biggest culture shock?
Do you want to go first?
You,
For me, it was, I know everybody keeps telling like the weather is quite unpredictable, but the extent to which it's unpredictable was the biggest culture shock. Like it could be so hot in the morning and 2 hours later it could be pouring, and then it could be cold, like freezing 2 hours after that. So it's quite unpredictable. Wow.
Yeah.
And the second thing was accessibility. Like I come from a place where everything's very, very accessible in a very like less amount of time. You can get everything in 5 to 10 minutes, quite close, like radius wise. Over here it's a bit different. Yeah, those two things for me.
Yeah, I guess for me, kind of expanding on what you're saying about the weather, it gets over winter, it gets dark really early. So I found that quite weird that it's getting dark at 4 o'clock and you're like, oh, okay.
But then also the sun sets in the summers at 10:30, so
Yeah,
it's like
you get it, vice, yeah. And then also, I guess another thing I found was just like the food here is very different.
yeah.
I like, especially like in like supermarkets, just there's really good junk food, but but yeah, that was something I found quite a big culture shock.
What are your top tips for Indian students starting uni?
I would say mingle with a lot of people, not just Indian students, but expand your circle to other cultures as well. And definitely, like, I know you will want to feel like at home. So join a lot of events that are hosted by the Bath Indian Society, Bath Hindu Society. There are a lot of other societies as well. There's Bath Indian Dance Society, flag. And yeah.
How safe is Bath?
Yeah, Bath is extremely safe. It's ranked second safest city in the UK, and you can definitely feel it when you're walking around the city. Yeah, I don't know if you've got any.
Yeah, as a girl, like it's very. I feel very fearless to walk around, even at like 3-4 a.m. I travel alone. I travel by bus. I take the cab. It's quite safe.
And on campus, they've got security here 24/7. They're constantly walking around. Yeah, it's very safe.
Where can I learn British slang and phrases?
Just interacting with local people, the shopkeepers, people from different cultures. It's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, I find English TV is quite handy. And I feel like also if someone says a word you don't understand, just ask. And I'm sure they'll be fine to...
The people here are really nice. They're not going to judge you for not knowing like a phrase or something.
Yeah.
What are your top tips for international students?
I would say, first of all, attend all Freshers Week events.
You stole my one.
Because that's going to be like the highlight of your year. You're going to make some amazing friends, amazing memories, and just like just don't be afraid of like talking to new people. Just go for everything. Say yes to everything, basically.
Mine would be along the lines of everything that you can prepare to do before uni, do it, so that once you get here you can mingle with your flat, you can be around doing all the events. So for example, as you're saying with the bank account, you can easily set it up before coming. So please make sure that you're doing everything you can in preparation beforehand, so that when you get here you can fully immerse yourself in Freshers Week.
How can we find out what societies we can join?
So you can log on to the SU Bath website, and there'll be like a whole list of everything that's happening, all the societies and sports clubs, and you can pick and choose how many you want to join. You can join as many as you like, and yeah, I would recommend and encourage join at least like 3.
Yeah, and
For sure.
during Freshers Week, we've got on the Wednesday, it's the sports day, which is the 27th. Is the Wednesday 27th?
And there's the groups fair.
Groups
There's
fair on the Thursday.
sports fair. You can talk to the people in person, see what you like. And within Freshers Week, we also hold a lot of taster sessions for all the societies, so you can just go and check out the vibe and join after. Yeah.
And like a taster session is a session where you can go and try it out and see if you like it. And yeah, as you were saying, just try everything. There's no harm in it. And there'll be so many people in the same shoes as you, so don't feel like. When I was in Freshers, I went to loads of taster sessions alone, and I came out meeting people. So you don't have to go with someone.
Yeah.
Because everyone's really super friendly.
Yeah. You make some of the best friends in clubs and societies, so do join.
Similarly, how can I join the cricket team?
Again, log on to the Bath website, go to the sports clubs, and just join. Sign up over there.
Are there any specific events for international students?
Yeah, so I guess we have over 160 events during Freshers Week. They're available to all students. For specifically international students, we've got an international mixer on the 26th. On the 26th. There's also a Bollywood night, which a lot of international students go to.
Yep.
And yeah.
What is the wristband?
Yeah, so I guess if you go onto the website, when I didn't really understand what it was until coming here, but it's essentially it's a pass that gets you into almost all of the SU events. So it costs £35 or something, and it includes a welcome ball, which has a Ferris wheel, arena nights, and then it also involves stuff like trampoline, walking tours. And yeah, just look at the website and you'll see that there are so many different events.
Now we're done with the questions from the story yesterday. So going on to the questions that people put in the chat, a similar one is the wristband worth it for postgraduate students?
Yes, you can still attend all events as postgrad students as well. There will be postgrad specific events as well. So definitely.
Can I still apply to an SU job if I don't know my uni timetable?
So it depends on what job you're applying for. A lot of jobs you'll find, especially within the SU, are very flexible. They're very understanding that you are a student first and that this job does come second. I would, even if you don't know your university timetable, I'd definitely say it's worth applying, because worst case scenario, it turns out you can't do it, you haven't lost anything. The SU jobs are very flexible. I used to work at the bar. And I would choose my hours based around my lectures, and I applied for it before I knew my lecture timetable. So yeah, would definitely recommend it. It pays the national living wage. You get £14.40 an hour, and honestly, it's a great place to work. And there are also, if you are looking for other jobs that aren't just within the SU, if you go to the SU website jobs page, you've got all of the local businesses and all of the university jobs, and I'd really recommend it.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about Bath?
Ooh.
Interesting.
For me, it's when you're walking around, it feels like you're in a brochure. You're walking around one of two, there are only 2 UNESCO World Heritage Site cities in the UK, and Bath is one of them. And it is weird because sometimes you're walking where there are movie sets where Willy Wonka, Bridgerton. I'd say that's quite nice.
I was going to say something similar. You're walking and it's like you're in a book. You're sipping hot chocolate, there's live music playing in the background, and it's so scenic, so pretty, and every season has its own charm, which is great. Summers are different, there's flowers all around, there's the autumn, everything's red and it's so nice. And then there's Christmas, which is so lively. Bath has one of the best Christmas markets. It's ranked I think number 1.
And it is amazing because although Bath it may seem like quite a small city, the amount of restaurants, the amount of pubs, the amount of places and things to do it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think that's all of our questions.
Great. Thank you for
Perfect.
joining in.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining.
We have a postgrad specific Q&A on Monday, and I'll be back for that one to answer your questions. So please go in and drop any questions that you have, and join me on Monday.
We're so excited to welcome you to Bath,
Yeah.
and we look forward to meeting each and every one of you. And if you genuinely have any more questions that we weren't able to answer here, just ping the SU inbox a message, and we'll be happy to answer it.
Yes, and if you want to rewatch any of the Q&A sessions, we'll be uploading it on the YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed to that. And forgive me for my voice, I've been really sick.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. See you soon.